Hey everybody, just want to welcome you to Week 8, Module 8 for ME 270 Structural Dynamics. This week we're going to extend everything that we looked at in Chapter 4 to determine now the response of single degree of freedom systems to periodic excitation. So this is going to begin Chapter 7 in our text. As far as assignments for this week, we have Quiz 8 has been released on Blackboard, and this will be due on Friday the 23rd by 4 p.m. And again, just a reminder, I have office hours on Tuesdays and Wednesday mornings from 9:30 a.m. till 10:30 a.m. But if these times don't work for you, just send me a message and we'll find a time that works for both of us. So as we dive into Module 8 and Chapter 7 of our textbook, again, we're taking a look at the response of single degree of freedom systems to a periodic excitation, specifically a frequency domain analysis. So some objectives for this module here. One, to determine the Fourier series representation of a periodic function using the real form of the Fourier series. Then also we want to determine the Fourier series representation of a periodic function using the complex form of the Fourier series. You also want to determine the steady state response for a single degree of freedom system to periodic excitation using either the real form or the complex form. We're going to use the basic definition to determine the Fourier transform for a transient function p of t. Show that the impulse response function for a linear system of the frequency response function for the system form of a Fourier transform pair. We're going to apply an FFT algorithm to compute the Fourier transform of a periodic function, again p of t, and plot the magnitude and phase of the Fourier transform computed. So some goals for Chapter 7, Module 8 here. In previous chapters, we've looked at the response of single degree of freedom systems to harmonic excitation. We looked at resonance, viscous damped systems, and complex frequency response. Well, in this chapter here, we're going to expand upon these and determine the response for single degree of freedom systems to periodic excitation. So we'll break this section down, this module down to a couple different sections. So for the first section, Module 8.1, we're going to look at the response to periodic excitation with real Fourier series. Then we're going to look at the response to periodic excitation using complex Fourier series. And third, the response to non-periodic excitation with the Fourier integral. For our second section here, we're going to look at the relationship between the complex frequency response and unit impulse response. And we're also going to take a look at the discrete Fourier transform and the fast Fourier transform as well.